To pull a short print, one must be calm. Open to all the possibilities. The opening must be swift like a flighting insect. Concentrate. We're back. Back at it again. We have finished the last episode with a positive win record. The goal for today's episode is to end once again on a positive win record. We want to keep the wins flowing. Hopefully we actually pull short prints that we need. We need Remus, we need Legatus. We've got a lot of targets that we're hunting down. But before we go ahead and hunt down the inevitable Ghost from the Past opening, because you know, we're at that stage of the series, like, comment, and subscribe. Pretty please. Helps the video out. You know, interaction, the algorithm, feed the algorithm. Give it nourishment. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the product. We pick up where we left off. Ghost from the Past. Also remember, support your local OCS, guys. Gotta love Tournament City games. Anyway, arrivals, we will not use it, but it's one for the collection. And a dual overload pack that we had lying around from the previous opening that I just never got in, so I had to find a way to fit it in somewhere. Anyway, regardless, Ghosts from the Past. We finished the rest of our display. Last time we went a little bit above and beyond, and this time around we are you know, we're gonna finish out the display case a little less, not as much shiny cardboard, but shiny cardboard nonetheless. Yeah, okay, let's, oh yeah, right, these are these packages. Come on, Konami. Here we go. 3 packs. Wow, is it me or is the Blue Eyes alternative like cover art on the packs also short printed? Huh! Oh, Konami, short printing everything, not just cards, but even card arts too. Oh, why? Yep. Anyway, hey, Dark Magician. Is that a sign? Anyway, yeah, we're gonna save the ghosts for a bit later. First things first. Well, we have that already, but that's a 1 card. Dual Overload. Be nice to get some good pulls. Raideraptor Y-Strix. Oh, I like you. Speedroid Marble Machine. 5-headed Link Dragon. Oh, big brain plays. Chaos Goddess. Malefic Tune. Okay. Dud pack kind of for the series. I mean, we could potentially make 5-headed Link Dragon, but not really. Yeah. Anyway, the real reason you all are watching me to heavily neg from this pack. Buster Dragon, okay. Baby Rock, rarity upgrade, I suppose, although I do like the hidden arsenals, you know, it's because it's retro. Monarch Suruk, Monkey Trap, Sun Avalon Dress, Starry Night Flamvel. Oh, is this literally just going to be a rarity upgrade? That will be kind of a shad. It's okay, we got more packs. Salaman Great Y, Metal Foes Fusion, Dragon Knight Draco, Time Thief Perpetua, and Heretic Sky Dragon Overlord of Heliopolis. You know, technically we can make him. This is another rank 8 option, but yeah. Okay, come on. Heretic Seal of Supremacy, Starry Knight Estelle, Sunvine Maiden, Tackle Crusader, Galaxy Eye Cypher X Dragon. Dud pack. Oh, Dudley Wudley. Oh my god, how did this pack open? These packs, I tell you. Okay. Here we go. XYZ Burst, Xyz Burst. Update Jammer, if only we were playing Sealed Only Salamangrate. Hyozenryo, Cosmo Dark Lady, and Orchestrated Return. That's a good reprint, but we're not pulling anything. We literally just pulled a Baby Rock. We already have 2 Baby Rocks, so it's literally just a rarity upgrade so far. This is no good, no bueno. Dragunity Oblite. Okay. That's actually a good one to pull. That's actually a good card that we could definitely make good use of. Heretic Dragon of Aset, Metal Foes Fusion, Mask Change, and Starry Knight, Starry Dragon. I'm kind of sad that they don't actually include like Sarajevo in like the actual name, but anyway. But good. We got one card. Okay. Last pack for today. Salvage. Time Thief Bezel Ship, Time Thief Retrograde, Sun Avalon Dryas, and Shooting Star Dragon TGEX. You know, could we make this? I feel like in our collection we do have a Formula Synchron. I think, therefore I am. So maybe it's a consideration. But all in all, what have we learned from this? This is actually, that's our full display that we just opened. From last week, we just got literally a Phalanx and a Glow. That's it. From this, we got 1 counter trap. That box was very, very scarce in Dragunity. Oh, you know what that means. We're going to have to open up more. But anyway, let's mess around with the deck. I guess only one really big change, potentially. We'll see what happens. Okay, so, as you can see, minor tweaks to the deck. We did add that 1 big edition of Dragunity Oubliette. But, you know, it's a nice searchable option. So let's say if I open up a Glow or I open up a Divine Lance, and it gives me something to search besides Dragon Ravine. Because normally, like, I want to have Dragon Ravine to start off my combos as opposed to going into Romulus to make it. So it gives me that option. Also, you know, having just, like, some generic spell trap negation. If, let's say, my plays get stopped and I'm stuck on a Gaydurg, or even if I just go into an Ascalon or something, it's a nice card to have. It's a tech option, I guess, if you could consider it. And then the 1 extra Heavenly Spheres. This is just to help me either if I need another extender or just need it in for the long grind game. And to make room for that, we just had to cut out the Yugioh and the Crusadia Draco. But all in all, it's just minor tweaks and just ways to consistently pump out my 3N board of Spheres, Hope Harbinger, and Crystal Wing. Alright, and we're gonna start things off with the remote duel, and we're playing against Sacred Beasts. And we get to go first, luckily enough, so that means, you know what? We get to pop up because we opened an absolutely gorgeous hand. We play it safe, we go with the Gaydurg, and we make the Crystal Wing just to protect ourselves from any hand traps or nasty wasty Nibirus, and that way we can pop off with protection. We can utilize the great Dragunity Glow to bring back my Gaydurg off of my Mistletoe, overlay into a Tomb, and, you know, bring out the best boy, my level 8 maker, because he can guarantee that I can get into my Hope Harbinger, and because I had a Tempest in hand, I just pitched that off of my Gaydurg Search, and that allows me to end in a Spheres, which luckily enough is actually the card that my opponent was very much afraid of, in that it can interrupt with a lot of plays. Specifically, there's one card that you will not unfortunately see in this match, which is Skill Drain, which I was really worried about, and so I don't really know. I'm playing Sacred Beasts at this point, so I'm made to go second, but my opponent bricks, as in he draws every single hand trap in his deck. DD Crow, Ash Blossom. My plays are just getting screwed over. Like my Dark Worm obviously gets banished. My search for trying to get to my Dragon Ravine gets ashed. And, yeah, it's kind of tricky, but I'm able to push through a little bit. I just go in for some big Unga Bunga damage. Can't quite get into a ridiculous end board, but considering how Hope Spheres did quite a lot of damage in game 1 as in it just couldn't deal with it, I figured that'd be a decent amount. And I just swing in. My opponent bricked hard. So we just move on to match number 2. I'm not complaining about an easy win, a 2-0 win. That's great for the record. And we're going up against Phantom Knight Time Thieves. PK time. And once again, we get to go first. And we pop off because, yeah, why not? And also, it's fairly, the combo now is a lot more linear compared to earlier iterations of the deck, obviously, where I was kind of just struggling to either get one Crystal Wing or that's literally all I could do. But now we are decently consistent with at least getting at minimum 2 interruptions on the board. And in this case, we have 3 because we have an Ash in hand. And the Spheres is actually putting in so much work because that's able to grab us the win. We move on to game number 2. This time we're going second, and luckily enough we do see a Pankratops in hand, so that should help us break a little bit of whatever board is set up, which I would imagine would involve a certain amount of Fog Blades because, you know, that's the main, I guess, draw to playing Phantom Knights if you're trying to build negates and boards. It's just you search as many Fog Blades as you want because Bardich is back. But that's it. 3 back row and a Bardich is like, I can probably play through this board. You just have to fight off through 1 Fog Blade. My Romulus gets ashed, which is unfortunate. If it wasn't ashed, I'd probably been able to pop off a little bit more. But I'm at least able to get in some damage. But I can't really capitalize. I kind of had to force my hand with the Pankratops, and now I'm kind of in a losing position because, you know, Phantom Knights do have a good recursive game, and, you know, Time Thief Redoer is definitely a good card as well. But luckily, though, I am able to survive the attack, and it's just a matter of what do I top deck? A Baby Rock. It's a dead card in hand. And my Ducks is essentially fodder for the next Pog Blade, so I just scoop up. We go to game number 2, or 3, my mistake. And we try to pop off as best as possible because, you know, now we can set up our own board and kind of try to repeat what happened in game 1. And, yeah. That's kind of what I get for being a little greedy. I deserve that. I hold up my hands and say, yes, I should have gone for a Gator, Baby Rock, and then protect myself with a Crystal Wing, and then try to do a more minimalist combo from there, but I got greedy. And now I shall pay the ultimate price, as in, I take a lot of beating, but I do not see lethal on board, which means I've got a chance. And top decking and terraforming is okay. If I had one other card, then I could actually be in business. But, you know, knowing that there's also a Fog Blade set, that's also tricky. So I just summon a Tempest. It gets Fog Blade, and I already know I've lost the match at this point, unfortunately, but yeah, it's very hard. This reiterates why Remus and Legatus are very important, because it means I can make a Crystal Wing on the 5th summon without using my normal summon. So that way I can then combo off Protected, which unfortunately, that cost me the match. But we move on, because match number 3, we are playing Red Dragon Archfiend. Specifically, this is Supernova Turbo, because recently, also in Ghosts from the Past, the big ol' red Supernova Dragon got released. That card is bonkers. It is absolutely huge commitment, but it definitely pays for itself when it hits the field, banishing everything, and it's gigantic in attack and defense. It's a really good card. But luckily, I'm able to end on a Hope Harbinger and a Spheres, but Lightning Storm, kind of, you know, when the Resonator Call was baited out. So, I somehow survived because, you know, I use my Spheres to bounce back my Hope Harbinger, which I can bring him back on the next turn. It's called recycling. Remember, reduce, reuse, and recycle, you guys. And my opponent lost steam. Patron Naruko versus you guys lost steam, and we scoop, and we go on to game number 2.
we are trying to defend a positive win record here. But we're going second, and that's the problem, because side decking wise, I didn't know if he was going first or second, because he was playing all the lightning storms. I was like, oh, what do I do? Do I side first? Do I side second? I sided a bit of both. So that's why you're seeing the Oolid in hand, which, you know, it may come up, which is my thought process when, you know, you can summon an Ascalon, banish all the big old scary dragons with my own big scary dragon, and set a very live counter trap, which kind of just gets nuked when Black Rose hits the field. But luckily, I'm able to float because Ascalon has that floating ability, and that gives me fodder to go into a Gator, which means I can go into a Crystal Wing. And also bring back Ascalon because I didn't use Glow's Effect in Grave yet. So I get a whole bunch of damage on board, I go into a Spheres, and I set my Book of Moon that I sided. And that stops the plays going any further. Luckily, I'm glad I sided that card in, and we take that match. We continue for the second episode in a row, ending on a positive win record. We are consistent. Granted, sometimes I need to be mindful of being too greedy when I'm comboing off, otherwise I am at the risk of getting hit with a gigantic rock. But we're eating away at that losing record now because we can put up competent boards and we can push through interaction. The deck is getting there.
We're consistent. I mean, yes, I feel we could have won that other game. Had I not been more cautious, I should have played it safe, made a Crystal Wing on the 5th summon, and then see what other combos I could have ended on. I got greedy, and I paid the price, and that Nibiru did hurt. But that being said, now I know for the future. I need to be more cautious, and then hopefully we also pull a Remus and a Legatus in the future, so that way I can actually make a Crystal Wing without using my normal summon, and use my normal summon to build the rest of my board. But this deck is actually doing pretty good. We can play through interaction. We can play through interruptions. We can play through an Ash. We can play through Lightning Storm, apparently. I'm actually pretty pleased with how the deck is progressing, even with minor additions. Like, really, considering what we added from last week, and yet we're still able to, you know, basically quite easily pump out at least normally a 3 interaction board. You know, Monster Negate, Spell Negate, and a Bounce. Then whatever else we have left over in hand, maybe a hand trap here and there. It's getting pretty good. So now I guess we continue. Can we make it a 3-for-3 win streak in the next episode too? I don't know. The only way you're going to find out is if you tune in next week. And also if you like, comment, and subscribe once again, because, you know, I do appreciate that. But anyway, I digress. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me today. I'm going to catch you in the next episode.